Good evening, everyone, and thank you very much for joining Speech Language and Audiology Canada's virtual recognition event. Bonsoir tout le monde. Merci beaucoup de participer à l'événement virtuel de reconnaissance d'orthophonie et Audiology Canada. My name is Sherry Lindy, and I'm the chair of SAC's Board of Directors. Je m'appelle Sherry Lindy et je suis présidente du conseil d'administration d'OSC. I will be your MC this evening, and I'm thrilled to be able to take part in this event to honor several of our deserving members and associates. Before I begin, I would like to acknowledge that the SAC offices are located in downtown Ottawa, Canada, and so the land on which we work, gather, and live is the traditional unceded territory of the Algonquin Anishinaabe people. Each year, SAC's Award and Recognition Program recognizes members and associates who have made significant contributions to the association, the community, and the professions of speech-language pathology and audiology. This virtual recognition event is the first of its kind at SAC. Previously, we have announced and recognized our award and recognition program recipients at our annual meeting of members, but we felt that it didn't give the value we needed to properly recognize our recipients in a meaningful way. SAC recognizes the immense contribution our members and associates make to their professions and communities, and we want to celebrate this dedication and determination. Now, I would like to invite Dawn Wilson, SAC's Chief Executive Officer, to say a few words about why hosting this event was such an important priority for SAC.
Good evening, everyone, and thank you for joining us at our first ever virtual awards and recognition event. On behalf of SAC, I am thrilled to be able to gather our membership together virtually in order to recognize our members and associates for their contributions to the professions. This is also an opportunity to officially launch the nominations for our 2022 awards program and to encourage all of you to nominate a deserving colleague or mentor. Since becoming SAC CEO in June of 2020, it has become evident to me that our members and associates are extremely passionate and dedicated to their professions, their communities, and to our association. I am honored to be able to work in a role where I, along with our dedicated team of staff and volunteers, can support our members and associates in their work. Hosting an event of this nature is a priority for me. It is important to properly recognize the boundless contributions our members and associates have made and continue to make. This year in particular, given the loss of opportunities to meet together in person, as well as the very difficult challenges presented by COVID-19, it is important to not only celebrate our recent recipients, but also to try to better highlight the SAC Awards program and promote the chance to nominate a deserving SAC member or associate. This evening, we want to showcase you, our members and associates, and provide this important opportunity to celebrate your achievements. To all of this year's award recipients, and to those who have been recipients in the past, I want to thank you for your contributions and dedication. I would like to extend my sincere congratulations on behalf of everyone at SAC. I am honored to share your achievements with the SAC membership. Our current and past recipients and nominees have all earned the respect of their peers and become role models for others in their field. I feel it is extremely fitting to set aside this time to highlight your achievements. Your work is shaping the future of the professions of speech-language pathology and audiology within our association and beyond. As we run through the program for the event, you will learn more about the awards that we offer, the history behind them, and of course, how we are reimagining our awards program this year. I would like to take a moment to encourage all of our members and associates to consider nominating a colleague, fellow professional, mentor, or peer for one of our awards. Our nominations are currently open The deadline for submitting a nomination is Tuesday, November 30th. You can find all the details on our website, and they're also displayed on the screen here this evening. We hope that this new approach to recognizing our award recipients will shine a light on the outstanding work being done by our members and associates and inspire others to nominate. Most importantly, hearing from the recipients themselves takes center stage this evening, as well as learning more about an award that has been renamed in support of our late dear colleague and friend of SAC, Andre Lafargue. Thank you once again for joining us this evening.
Thank you, Dawn, for those touching words. Your passion is inspiring. Now it's time to get to the recognition. For the 2020-21 award cycle, SAC offered 5 awards: the Eve Kasserer Award for Lifetime Achievement, the Mentorship Award, the Communication Health Assistant Award for Excellence, the CJASLPA Editors Award, and the National Clinical Certification Exam Awards. While not every award that we offer received nominations during the last cycle, we are excited to share the details of each award with you, as the nominations are now open, and we encourage you to spread the word and nominate a deserving colleague. I will now run through each award, its significance, and the recipients for the 2020-21 cycle. Let us begin with the Eve Kasserer Award for Lifetime Achievement. This award was named after the late Eve Kasserer, a medical sociologist with Health and Welfare Canada, who demonstrated a deep understanding of the professions and who worked diligently to facilitate our goals and advocate for our professions at the federal level. This award recognizes one SAC member or associate annually who has a long history of distinguished, dedicated service to both SAC and to the professions of speech-language pathology or audiology. The recipients of this award display exceptional service in the areas of education, clinical services, administration, or public awareness, and have fostered the development and advancement of the professions. I would now like to invite Marilyn Reed, who nominated the recipient of this year's Lifetime Achievement Award, to say a few words about why she chose to nominate the person she did, and to speak to the recipient's immense contribution to the professions and SAC.
When gathering materials to support the nomination for this award, my only problem was fitting all of the accolades from more than 30 of this individual's colleagues across the globe into the number of words allowed. I can't think of anyone more deserving of this award. As a career-long SAC member with a history of distinguished service, this individual has served as president, chaired and participated in numerous SAC committees, and been awarded the honors of the association. As a lifelong educator, she has mentored and inspired students and clinicians in multiple disciplines to think beyond the sound booth and the lab, to consider the larger societal impact of their work and educate their community about the importance of hearing health across the lifespan. As one of those rare individuals who can see through the eyes of both a clinician and researcher, she has had enormous influence in multiple fields: audiology, hearing science, psychology, neuropsychology, philosophy, and industry around the world. She has earned an international reputation for her interdisciplinary approach, linking research on auditory and cognitive processing with clinical practice to improve communication for people with hearing loss. She has given us a much better understanding of the connection between hearing and cognition. Her work has informed gerontologists about the importance of auditory aging, psychologists about the importance of hearing loss when assessing cognition, and audiologists about the importance of considering the role of cognition in hearing rehabilitation. In generously sharing her research, she has built bridges between disciplines, academia and industry, research and clinical practice, to enhance the quality of life for older adults. In her current role as president of the International Collegium of Rehab Audiology, this individual is working with the International Federation of Aging, the WHO, the UN, and the Lancet Commission on hearing and healthy aging initiatives. She is truly a world leader who has inspired generations of scientists and clinicians. Along with my fellow nominators and others lucky enough to have known and worked with her, I have greatly benefited from her knowledge, generosity, support, and friendship. We feel privileged to have her as our colleague and mentor and are thrilled that SAC has awarded her this honor. We look forward to celebrating in person with you soon.
Thank you, Marilyn, for sharing some of the many reasons as to why our recipient is so deserving of this award. Now, without further ado, I am thrilled to announce that the recipient of the 2020-21 Eve Kasserer Award for Lifetime Achievement is Margaret Kathy Pecora Fuller. Congratulations, Kathy, on your award. I would now like to invite Kathy to say a few words about what receiving this award means to her.
Well, thank you very much to Marilyn and all of the other nominators. And I do want to underline that, I'm so happy that they were representatives of my interprofessional, interdisciplinary, international collaborations, as well as my Canadian collaborations. So today, I'm happy that we can share some reflections on the past, on achievements that have happened in my life, but also to think about the present and also to look to the future. So this award acknowledges past contributions, but it should also inspire future contributions of SAC members. I had the pleasure of working with Eve Kasserer, after whom this award is named. She was a medical sociologist who chaired the Health and Welfare Canada Task Force on Acquired Hearing Impairment in Adults in the mid-1980s, around the time when I was president of what was then CASLPA. And she really guided the maturation of the rehab professions, and she instilled this idea of interprofessional cooperation. She had the task of making us look into her crystal ball and try to see our future. And I'll just show you the award. It is not a ball, but it is crystal. And I'm really happy because I think a lot of what Eve had us imagine 20 years out would look like in terms of hearing loss in older adults. That day has come and we're doing well. And I think that early time with her has been very inspirational for me and has set us on a great course. But this course continues, so it isn't over yet. We are clinicians, we are researchers, we are mentors, we are learners. We ask questions, we search for answers. I often say I have my clinician heart and my scientist head. But at the beginning, the entry point into this is to listen to the people that we work with who are hard of hearing, whether they're in the patient role, whether they're colleagues, whether they're partners in the spirit of research projects and participatory research, or in the spirit of person-centered care and us working as a team. Pierre Davigny, a very well-known hearing researcher, he and I were standing at a poster of a student at a conference one time, and she was asking for advice about if she should become a clinician or a researcher. And Pierre's advice to her was to ask her, how many people do you want to help? And if you're a clinician, you're helping people. But if you're a researcher, you can amplify what you have heard from people who have hard of hearing. You can find new ways of responding to their needs, and you can advance care, and you can advance their quality of life and reach a whole lot of other people. So we have to get out of the booth, not just think out of the booth, but actually get out of the booth. And I think especially in this COVID time that we live in, all of society has become more tuned into matters of equity. And I'm happy to be working with the editor of Ear and Hearing on a special issue that will come out in a few months on IDEA, inclusion, diversity, equity, and accessibility. So how do we think about all the non-auditory issues that people with hearing loss confront as they live their lives? So it's a new era for audiology that I'm very excited about. So this is a Lifetime Achievement Award, and I have had the pleasure of combining during my life audiology, psychology, and gerontology. One of the courses I taught when I was active in psychology at U of T before I retired, one of the courses was adult development and aging. And I would say in a nutshell, what it comes down to is you're never too young and you're never too old. So this is not the end of my lifetime achievement. I have grown with the people who have nominated me. We've shared questions, we've found answers, we've learned together, but we can still make a lot of progress. And I would look forward to collaborating in more teams. And I hope you're thinking about, how you can work together and always learn more, always do more. So I'm thankful for past collaborations, but I really look forward to future collaborations. And I hope you all do too. In health promotion, the definition of health is that even though things are changing, health is your ability to adapt to and control changes. So I think there's a lot that as a profession we have to adapt to. And for me personally, in retirement, there's a lot I have to adapt to, but I kind of had to stop working so I could get some work done. So the challenges have not stopped, and rising to them will continue. So Marilyn's told you about my work on hearing and cognition. I'm really excited to push that now to social aspects of living with hearing loss. And the recent IDEA issue that I just told you about, we just submitted a paper on sex and gender in hearing research and practice. So let's just think about things like that we've never thought about before. With SAC, I have been very rewarded to work on some Canadian policy issues, accessibility, the Canadian dementia strategy, and now the new standards for long-term care in Canada that we sorely need after COVID. Internationally, I've represented SAC on the WHO World Hearing Forum and was able to contribute to the World Hearing Report. And now in the fall, as president of ICRA, International Collegium of Rehabilitative Audiology, we are partnering with the International Federation on Aging. We're having a pre-conference meeting in Niagara, November 9th. You can all go. And that will showcase the connection between hearing in later life and the needs of people with hearing loss as that aligns with the UN Decade of Healthy Aging. And the focus is going to be on stigma and ageism. There was also a recent global report on ageism that we're trying to connect to. So we're connecting hearing and we're moving it forward. So I look forward to doing some more work. And I look forward to learning about all of your achievements in the years to come.
Thank you, Kathy, for those words, and congratulations once again. Your passion is so evident, and we are grateful for your continued work to support to the profession of audiology in Canada and for SAC. On behalf of SAC, I would like to sincerely thank you for all your contributions to the association and to the professions. Now, we will move on to the C. Jasselpa Editors Award. This award recognizes the best paper published in the Canadian Journal of Speech-Language Pathology and Audiology, C. Jasselpa, in the previous calendar year. The winning paper from 2020 is entitled Pandemic Planning for Hospital-Based Speech-Language Pathologists, Emerging Lessons from Coronavirus Disease. I am thrilled to announce that the recipient of the 2020-21 C. Jasselpa Editors Award is Jennifer Wong. Congratulations, Jennifer. I would now like to invite Jennifer to say a few words about winning this award means to her and her inspirations for writing this paper.
Hello, everyone. My name is Jennifer Wong, and I'm thrilled to receive this year's C. Jasselpa Editors Award, and honored to join the list of authors who have helped to contribute to the field of communication and swallowing health. The past year and a half or so has certainly been a struggle for all of us, and we've all experienced times that challenge us and opportunities to think differently. This article was born from the experience of seeing my fellow clinicians unsure of how to do the jobs they do so well, given the expansive changes that rocked the healthcare world. I really hoped to bring my quality improvement training and lens to help clinicians make better sense of the systems in which they work and to provide reassurance through knowledge during uncertain times. I also wanted to show others that quality improvement and systems thinking are skills like any other, and that these skills can be harnessed and honed using our particular communication and swallowing health slant. Our professions have unique perspectives and expertise to lend to the improvement world, and I'm hoping that this article can help to demonstrate to communication and swallowing health professionals and interprofessional colleagues alike the contribution that we can make to the world of quality improvement and patient safety. Thank you so much to all of the clinicians, friends, and colleagues who kindly shared their perspectives, the editorial team at CJSLPA for the thoughtful and rapid work to help make this article possible, and thank you to SAC and the CJSLPA team for this award.
Thank you, Jennifer, and congratulations once again. This past year and a half has surely proven that quality improvement and systems thinking are crucial parts of proper planning. On behalf of SAC, I would like to sincerely thank you for your contributions to the professions. Now we will move on to the National Clinical Certification Exam Awards. This award recognizes the SAC member in each profession who attained the highest score on the clinical certification exam during the previous year. Please note that the final sitting of the SAC Clinical Certification Examination was held in March of 2020, and so this was the final year this award was offered. There were 3 recipients of this award in 2020. Please join me in congratulating Marissa Woods, who scored highest on the Speech-Language Pathology Clinical Certification Exam, as well as Allison Robbins and Samana Yekta, who tied for the highest score on the Audiology Clinical Certification Exam. Congratulations to all of you. I would now like to welcome Allison to say a few words about winning this award.
Hello, my name is Allison Robbins, and I am a co-recipient of the 2021 Speech, Language, and Audiology Canada National Clinical Certification Exam Award in Audiology. I feel very humbled to have my hard work recognized in this way, and I'm grateful to SAC for this opportunity to speak. I graduated with my Master's of Audiological Sciences degree from University College London in London, United Kingdom, where my research focused on the effects of attenuation on speech intelligibility. Studying abroad gave me the opportunity to meet new people, explore new places, as well as have a unique perspective into the field of audiology. I currently work at the Janeway Children's Health and Rehabilitation Centre in St. John's. I work with both children and adults, and am particularly interested in pediatric audiology and vestibular diagnostics and rehabilitation. I hope to learn more about both of these fields as my career progresses. I would like to dedicate this award to my late grandfather, Claude Robbins, who passed away this winter and was my biggest supporter. My grandfather was a licensed hearing instrument practitioner and first introduced me to the field of audiology. Thank you once again to SAC for the recognition of this achievement, and congratulations to everybody being celebrated today.
Thank you, Allison, and congratulations once again. I would now like to introduce the Communication Health Assistant Award of Excellence. SAC believes that this award is so important in order to recognize deserving communication health assistant associates who work collaboratively supporting the delivery of speech-language pathology and/or audiology services. This award recognizes communication health assistant associates who have demonstrated professional excellence, including but not limited to distinction in assisting SLPs or audiologists with the implementation of treatment plans and materials, outstanding team participation, or excellence in the provision of patient and client care. SAC encourages you to consider nominating a deserving communication health assistant associate for this award in the current cycle. The nomination deadline is November 30th, 2021, and only SAC associates are eligible to receive this award. We will now move on to the SAC Mentorship Award and would like to share an important update about this award. Beginning with the 2021-22 award cycle, and going forward, the Mentorship Award will henceforth be called the André Lafargue Mentorship Award. This change has been made in order to honor Mr. André Lafargue, a former president and long-standing member of SAC and a pioneer of the professions in Canada. Mr. Lafargue passed away in May of 2020, and SAC wanted to find a meaningful way to honor the extensive contributions he made within the association, his community, and the professions. It was extremely fitting, given the enormous impact André made to rename this award in his memory. I would now like to invite two people to our virtual stage. We are very fortunate to welcome André's daughter, Chantal Lafargue, and his former colleague, Gloria Yachishин, to share in their own words what André meant to them. Please join me in welcoming Chantal Lafargue and Gloria Yachishин.
Dear members of Speech and Audiology Canada et chers membres de l'Orthophonie et Audiologie Canada, c'est avec un grand plaisir and a great honor that I join you today to speak on behalf of my mother, Lynn, and sisters, Sylvie and Joëlle. Today and every day, we reflect on the spirit and spunk of our beloved André, whose commitment to the principles of mentorship transcend boundaries of both time and place. The gifts he left each of us were unique, but his impact was far-reaching, much like the ripple effect of a stone thrown into water. Debout les crabes, la mer monte. Speaking of water, this expression, which loosely translates to, "Get moving, crabs, the tide is rising," was one which he shouted loudly from the kitchen to wake us up for school. Dad passed along his grit, encouraging us to courageously confront our challenges head on. We attribute this resolve to his parents, Anita and Gustave, who made their way from humble beginnings on the remote islands of Saint-Pierre-et-Miquelon. Starting a family after the Second World War on a European fishing outpost in the North Atlantic Ocean certainly taught them how to be resourceful. Dad always said, "If you have a problem, come to me with a solution." We never doubted his willingness to bail us out of a tricky situation, but he taught us what his parents taught him, which was to look within and to use our strengths as a starting point for troubleshooting. He loved being our guide on the side. Rather than showing us what to do or how to do it, he would let us try, fail, make gains, and learn from each attempt. I think he taught us how to learn. He was and continues to be the captain of our family team, because when hard work pays off, we remember his joy and expressive outbursts of celebration. Physics may place limits on how far sound can travel, but we know Dad's sound waves are infinite. Although we were on the sidelines of his professional life, we know we shared a very special man with you, especially those who consider him a friend and mentor. Our mother attended your annual conferences regularly, and Dad taught us three girls what it meant to be members of a professional community, starting with his UBC professors, André-Pierre Bonguerel and John Gilbert, who felt like uncles from the West Coast. We are old enough to remember Dad's Commodore 64 computer, which he used to communicate for association business before the internet was called the World Wide Web. We also remember Dad working on countless conference calls on accreditation and standards. We remember welcoming graduate students or early career professionals to the occasional family dinner once they had finished their day at the office. Through Dad, we saw SAC's mission in action, which is to support and empower members to maximize communication health for all people in Canada. Dad valued family first and foremost, but he also considered your professional community part of his extended family. As members of our family, I invite you to reflect on Dad's words from your 35th anniversary celebrations back in 1999. He said, "I am most grateful for all the wonderful friendships that Castlepaw has allowed me to develop and nurture over the years. I want to invite all new members to challenge recent graduates to get involved and take care of this baby for the next 35 years. Well, 22 years later, your baby is now 57 years old, and I'm sure that there are countless mentors out there who carry this vision forward. It wouldn't be right to speak about André Lafargue without a passionate call to action for a common goal. I think I get that from him, but I'll let you be the judge of that. In the sunset of his life, Dad became increasingly reliant on what he called his positrons, or his emitters of good vibes. He was an optimist, and he doubled down on finding the good in everything and everyone when the going got really rough. Dad would feed off those positrons, and his mantra, Carpe Diem, was one that he fully embraced his entire life, but especially when he realized time was running short. We all lost a great man, father, and mentor when his light went out. Our mother, Lynn, believes Dad would want us all to embrace each moment as a chance to learn and to seek the brighter side in life. Most importantly, he would want us to seize each and every day. On behalf of la famille André Lafargue, we thank you. Nous vous remercions de tout cœur.
With the passing of André Lafargue in 2020, we knew that in time it would be important to honor the commitment André gave to communication health professionals throughout his career. André's passion and unwavering desire to help others has inspired his family, friends, and colleagues to rename the SAC Mentorship Award in his name. Andrew was a passionate advocate. His expertise was focused on newborn infant screening, community and school-based speech-language pathology, and classroom audio enhancement systems. His memory will live on through the spirit of leadership and community service, which he demonstrated by his actions. André understood that leadership isn't measured by individual success, but rather by empowering others to reach their full potential. It is through this award that we hope to honor André's legacy by inspiring the next generation of leaders in our professions to be a voice for others and to make a difference in their community. We will remember André not only as a vigorous, energetic, intelligent, and motivated individual, but also as a person who combined incredible achievement with great personal grace. There are many good reasons to marvel at his astonishing life. But when all was said and done, André's colleagues seemed to remember three enduring qualities: his generosity, his wit, and his courage, qualities that we hope will be fostered in those who receive this award. Today, as our association's Mentorship Award is renamed in honor of André Lafargue, I am so pleased to have been asked to speak on behalf of his colleagues and to highlight the reasons why recognizing him in this way is so appropriate.
Thank you, Chantal and Gloria, for your touching words. It is so clear that Mr. Lafargue was loved and respected by many, and it's so important to SAC to celebrate his life meaningfully. Mr. Lafargue was and still is an inspiration to many, and we are hoping this award will serve as a reminder of the level of excellence one can achieve in our professions. On behalf of SAC, I would like to emphasize how proud we are to represent such passionate individuals who are making a world of difference to the professions of speech-language pathology and audiology. The professions are constantly growing and advancing, and this couldn't be done without the tireless work of speech-language pathologists, audiologists, and communication health assistants. Before we conclude our ceremony this evening, I would like to remind you that the 2021-22 cycle of the SAC Awards and Recognition Program is currently accepting nominations until November the 30th, 2021. Please consider nominating a deserving colleague or a fellow professional who goes above and beyond to contribute to their profession. You can find more details on how to submit a nomination by visiting the link that is now displaying on your screen. I would like to extend my sincerest gratitude to everyone who took the time to attend our virtual recognition event and to celebrate with us this evening. We hope that by sharing the contributions of our members with you, it will encourage more of you to support a colleague and to recognize their achievements by nominating them. Thank you again for taking the time to be with us this evening.